Good day, my name is Larato Johnson-Khanani, and in this presentation, I'll be discussing the impact of Higher Education Act of 1997 on the University of South Africa, which is UNISA. The Higher Education Act was introduced after apartheid to transform South Africa's higher education system. Its aim was to make university more inclusive, equitable, as well as aligned with national development goals. UNISA is one of the largest distance learning university in Africa, making it a strong example of how this policy influences access to education as well as its policy objective. The main goal of Higher Education Act of 1997 were to transform higher education by removing inequalities from apartheid, to also increase access to previously disadvantaged groups as well as the minority within the country rather. To also improve the governance and accountability in universities, also to ensure quality education and standardization to promote readiness, equity, and development. This policy was about making higher education fair, accessible, and effective for all South Africans, also implementation at UNISA. The policy was implemented in several important ways, which the government strengthened institutional governance as well as ensuring UNISA followed a national regulation. UNISA expanded its distance learning module, allowing more students from rural and disadvantaged backgrounds to enroll into the institution. Policies promoting equity and diversity were introduced. This made UNISA more structured and aligned within the country's transformation goals. The Higher Education Act had a significant impact on UNISA. Also, it has a positive, which increased access to thousands of students who could not afford traditional university were able to study. Diversity was also implemented where students from different racial and socioeconomic background enrolled. Flexibility, working adults and distance learning were able to enroll within the institution. The policy was effective in expanding access and promoting transformation, especially through institutions like UNISA challenges and limitation. Despite the success, these were the challenges: overcrowding within the system. Too many students led the pressure of resources, student support system, as well as administration delay, registration, communication problem, as well as digital divide. Some key success within UNISA: becoming one of the largest open distance learning institutions in Africa, providing education to students in rural and disadvantaged areas, supporting lifelong and learning and working professionals, contributing and transforming the equity and higher education. In conclusion, the Higher Education Act of 1997 played a major role in transforming UNISA and South African higher education system. It successfully improved access, diversity, and inclusivity, but challenges remain in terms of student support and infrastructure. We also recommend that improving online learning system and digital access to students will help to provide a stronger student support services as well as to invest in administration efficiency to reduce student overload by improving resource management. This policy has been effective but continuous to improvement is needed to ensure equality in education for all. Thank you.